So this video is inspired purely from the fact that the most requested video topics for me to cover is a Cog Nation's mysteries video. So I figure I'd make a video about it. So this video serves two purposes: to explain why I haven't done it yet and to give you guys the mysteries gist of what I can say about it. So why haven't I? Well, as much as I'd enjoy the probable view boost it'd give me, the fact of the matter is simply that there's really not that much to tell you, and on top of that, the stuff I do have, or could say for that matter, is stuff that'd probably be rehashed or have been repeated quite a few times. So, for clarity's sake, let's go over what we know. Cog Nation as a concept was more or less founded when Cashbot HQ came out, and there were the words Cog Nation on tons of crates and on the cog books inside the mints. So naturally, speculation spreads from this. People say the trains are going to and from Cog Nation, speculation on what it is, how to get there, what boss would be there, is that where the chairman is, and things of that nature all started popping up. For most of Toontown Online's life, it was almost always a rumor or a myth that it existed, but there were several cases of Toon News for the Amused and newsletter type postings where they actually did mention Cog Nation, albeit just as a storyline type thing. Apparently, there were also accounts of it being teased and emails of some sort, but I don't think they were really foundationally saying anything. The fact of the matter is, 1. Jesse Shell is unfortunately just not much help on the subject. He only worked for Toontown Online up until maybe late 2002 or near the time of the game's launch in 2003 before leaving to work on his own studio, and only afterwards had been working on specific items for the game like Goofy Speedway and golfing. That's much earlier than when Cog Nation as a concept started really happening. 2. That being said, asking former creative director Felipe Laura at one point a while back, he gave me the basis of why Cog Nation mysteries didn't happen. I asked him specifically about the manholes that were in the Cog HQs, as well as the concept of Cog Nation, asking if there were going to be any plans for them. He replied saying simply, "Those were both ideas that were talked about as possibilities, but there were never resources dedicated to concept them or develop them." Meaning that as wonderful a concept as Cog Nation is, and the manholes by extension are, there was unfortunately just next to nothing that was developed about them, only being a reference piece for blog posts or just as a listed possibility. Now, on the other hand, Toontown Rewritten has been time and time again referencing Cog Nation, as well as Joey himself having mentioned Cog Nation existing in TTR. Whether or not we'll see the day that Cog Nation exists finally in TTR remains to be seen, but there's a much higher chance that it would happen than there ever was in Toontown Online. It's just an unfortunate truth, and I truly wish there was more to say, some special plan, some special image that I could just dig up and find and kind of relive the more loopy-goopy-G glory days of when Jesse Shell gave me the original Toontown map, or when I was able to get and play, document, and share the Toontown 2.0 prototype. I wish it was one of the platforms available for me to use to make some kind of real buzz again, but unfortunately it was merely just a concept, a theoretical possibility in the story of Toontown Online. And that's why a Cog Nation Toontown Mysteries hasn't and will most likely not happen. But I appreciate all the suggestions, the support, and everything you guys have given me regardless. And as always, thank you all for watching, and I'll see you all next time in my next video. I just want to say a big thank you to these supporters on my Patreon for supporting me so much in the last month. Thank you to Ruben, Mass Cats, and Armadillo. You guys have been amazing, and you've been so supportive, and I really appreciate it, so thank you guys.